Hi there, welcome to Storytime with Miss Andrea, reading on behalf of the Clearview Library District. As always, before we read stories, we have to get our wiggles out. Can you stand up for me, please? I wiggle my fingers. I wiggle my toes. I wiggle my ears. And I wiggle my nose. I wiggle my shoulders. I wiggle my chin. I stretch my arms wide and I pull them back in. I wiggle my elbows. I wiggle my knees. I hop like a bunny. And I smile and say, cheese! Now I have no more wiggles left in me, and I'll sit on the floor as still as can be. I'm also going to move the camera so we have a little bit more light here. All right, so our book today is all about what we're doing for our Clearview Library District Summer Adventure Program. And the theme for this year is Imagine Your Story. So it's all about fairy tales and fables and myths and folklore. So our book today is about the first reading challenge for our little ones. So we're going to read the book of The Three Little Pigs by Paul Galdone. Once upon a time, there was an old sow with three little pigs. What's a sow? That's right, it's a mama pig. She had no money to keep them, so she sent them off to seek their fortunes. The first little pig met a man with a bundle of straw and said to him, "Please, man, give me that straw to build a house." So the man did, and the little pig built a house with it. Along came a wolf. What do wolves say? Ah-oo! Exactly. He knocked on the door. Knock, knock. Little pig, let me come in. No, no, said the little pig, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in, and he ate up the first little pig. Uh-oh. Was it smart to build a house out of straw? The wolf was able to blow it down, right? So the second little pig met a man with a bundle of sticks. And he said, "Please, man, give me those sticks to build me a house." So the man did, and the little pig built a house with them. What about sticks? Do you think they'll be safe and sturdy? Then along came the wolf and said, little pig, let me come in." No, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in, and he ate up the little pig. The wolf was able to blow up sticks too. Let's see. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks and said, "Please, man, give me those bricks to build me a house." So the man did, and the little pig built a house with them. Soon the wolf came along. Little pig, let me in." No, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. Do you think the wolf can blow over bricks? Let's see. Well, he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, but he could not blow the house in. And at last, the wolf stopped huffing and puffing and said, "Little pig, I know where there is a nice field of turnips." "Where?" said the little pig. "On Mr. Smith's farm," said the wolf. "I will come by for you tomorrow morning. We will go together and get some turnips for dinner." "Very well," said the little pig. "What time will you come?" "At 6 o'clock, said the wolf. Do you think the wolf wants to go get turnips with the pig just to get turnips? What do you think he wants to do? Let's find out. Well, the little pig got up at 5. He went to Mr. Smith's farm and got the turnips before the wolf came to his house. That's a smart little pig. Little pig, are you ready? Asked the wolf. The little pig said, ready. I have been and come back again, and I got a nice pot full of turnips for my dinner. The wolf was very angry, but then he thought of another way to get the little pig. So he said, little pig, I know where there is a nice apple tree. Where? Said the little pig. Down at Merry Garden, replied the wolf. I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we will get some apples. Do you think the wolf just wants to get apples? What do you think the wolf wants to do? Let's find out. Well, the little pig got up at 4 o'clock and went off for the apples. He wanted to get back home before the wolf came, but it was a long way to Merry Garden, and then he had to climb the tree. And just as he was climbing back down with his basket full of apples, he saw the wolf coming. Uh-oh. Little pig, the wolf said, you got here before me. Are the apples nice? Yes, very, said the little pig. I will throw one down to you. And he threw the apple as far as he could throw, and while the wolf ran to pick it up, the little pig jumped down and ran home. The next day the wolf came again and said to the little pig, there is a fair at Shanklin this afternoon. Would you like to go? Oh, yes, said the little pig. When will you come to get me? At 3, said the wolf. Well, the little pig went off at 2 o'clock and bought a butter churn at the fair. He was going home with it when he saw the wolf coming. The little pig jumped into the butter churn to hide. And the churn fell over and rolled down the hill with a little pig in it. This frightened the wolf so much, and he turned around and ran home. Later, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him what had happened. A great round thing came rolling down the hill right at me, the wolf said. Ha! I frightened you then, said the little pig. I went to the fair and bought a butter churn, and when I saw you, I got in it and rolled down the hill. The wolf was very angry indeed. I'm going to climb down your chimney and eat you up, he said. Uh-oh. And when the little pig heard the wolf on the roof, he hung a pot full of water in the fireplace, and then he built a blazing fire. And just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little pig took the cover off the pot, and in fell the wolf. And the little pig quickly put on the cover again and ate the wolf for supper. Whoa! Did you think that was going to happen? So, the moral of that story, and the pig lived happily ever after, is that it's good to build your house out of something stronger than straw or sticks. But it'll be fun to try and build houses out of all 3 elements. So that's your challenge for summer reading, summer adventure program. Week number 1 is to build houses like the 3 little pigs. So you can build them out of anything that's kind of straw-like. I was thinking either actual straw or maybe paper, or you can take cards and build a house out of cards. Or for sticks, you can use actual sticks, or if you have craft sticks, you can use those. Anything kind of stick-like, use your imagination. For bricks, you can use Legos or blocks, or make bricks out of clay, or you can make a big house and stack boxes. Whatever you think will work to make something out of bricks. So your challenge is to make 3 houses and then take a picture or a video of you with your houses and maybe huffing and puffing and blowing them down. You can email those to submissions at clearviewlibrary.org, or you can put them on Instagram or Facebook with the hashtag ClearviewAdventure. If you have any questions, you can email me at andrea@clearviewlibrary.com or clearview.org, excuse me. All right, so we're going to do a rhyme. And we're going to blow in our rhyme, kind of like the little wolf did when he huffed and he puffed and he blew the houses down. So, let's go to a red balloon. I have a little red balloon. And I blew, and blew, and blew. And it grew and grew and grew. I held it in the air and never put it on the ground until, let's try again. I had a little red balloon, and it blew, and I blew, and I blew, and it grew and grew and grew. I held it in the air, bounced it on the ground, never let it stop until pop. Nice job. Can you get your clapping hands out and help me say goodbye? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slow as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Goodbye. For those who might want it. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! Thank you so much for coming to Storytime today. I hope to see all your submissions for our Clearview Adventure or Summer Adventure program. And miss you and hope to see you soon.